Today, I have in a really good release from a brand that has just recently come to my attention. Canadian company, and the funny thing is, when I got the watches, the return label was included in the package for when they have to go back home. And the company's actually located about a 5-minute drive from where I live. So at some point, I'll have to meet up with the owner down the road. The watch is the Voyager from Wayforth Watches. I have two versions. I have the green model on leather as well as a gray on the optional steel bracelet. Both are really good, affordable chronographs, and they also include a dual time function. So let's get to it and take a look at the watches. All right, so there's a total of 8 colors, so lots to choose from, but these two are my favorite. These, by the way, are just loaners, so just want to be transparent with you. Now, these were originally released via a Kickstarter campaign last year. It was successful, and they are now available to purchase on the company site. When you're buying, there is a couple of options. You can either get a brown or black leather strap with the watch at the base price. For an additional cost, you can also get this bracelet. So let's get in for a closer look at the green dial. And first of all, I love this combination of green and yellow, especially on a chronograph. Up top is printed Wayforth, and the text looks crisp and well sized. Down above the date at the 6 is Voyager in yellow, and chronograph below that. The hands, especially the minute and the chronograph hands, reach right out to the markers like we want to see. And one cool detail is the minute track is sunken slightly below the main section of the dial. Same goes for the subdials. Swap over to the gray here now, and we'll fire up the chronograph, and you might be able to tell by the subdial layout the movement running the watch. The movement is the Seiko VK64 Mecha Quartz movement, and the giveaway is the 3 o'clock subdial showing the time in 24 hours. So an AM PM indicator essentially. Hours counter for the chronograph would have been better to me, or maybe even a running seconds, but not a deal breaker. Then over at the 9 o'clock subdial, that shows the elapsed minutes for the chronograph. And by the way, how cool does this look with those black subdials against that gray dial? What makes this a little different is the dual time function. It's not a first or anything, but not all that common in a chronograph. The crown at the 10 o'clock allows you to operate the inner bezel, so you're able to line up that with the second time zone you're tracking. The crown has good resistance, and I've never had it get bumped out of place on wrist. Still easy to grip and adjust the bezel, but has that right amount of resistance. So let's stop and reset the chronograph here. Get that nice snap back to 0 thanks to the Mecha Quartz movement. The lume on the watch is solid. It's BGW9, and the markers aren't super large or anything, but no problems getting the time in the dark. The case is well made and well finished for that matter too. Mix of brushed and polished surfaces. And if you look at the lugs in particular, you can see some omega there with those twisted lugs. Good looking case though, with a screw down case back, and the side profile curves quickly down at the lugs to keep it seated where it's supposed to be on wrist. The bracelet is a 5-link bracelet. It has quick release spring bars and screwed links for sizing. Nothing fancy with the clasp, but still a decent one. We also have 3 micro adjusts. The end links are male, so they do extend out the lug to lug, and I'll get you those numbers here in a minute. Good bracelet, but for me, I kind of prefer these on the strap instead. The strap that comes with the watch is a nice feeling leather. Again, you can get either the brown or the black. It's handmade in Germany. Vegetable tanned rally, and it looks great on the watch. It is also quick release with signed steel hardware, signed with the company name. Size on the watch comes in at a case width of right at 41 millimeters. The lug to lug is 47.6 millimeters, but on the bracelet it's 52.3 millimeters with those end links. Lug opening is 20 millimeters. The thickness is 13.3 millimeters, including the domed sapphire, which is treated with an anti-reflective coating, and the water resistance is 100 meters. And here is the green on my 7.25 inch wrist, and I really like what I'm seeing with these. Lots of cool colors to pick from, and right now these are 20% off for Father's Day. Full MSRP is $375 USD, but that 20% brings it down to 300 even. So very good pricing, even at full MSRP. The bracelet add-on is usually 79 US, but with the 20 off, that brings it down to 63. Overall, really enjoyed the watches, and extra cool for me that the company is so nearby. Link to where you can find these will be in the description below. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.